what is going on? I'm the Nuffer Dog, and wow, I haven't recorded in a few days. Well, anyway, you guys won't notice the difference since this is going to be uploaded the day after the last episode, as always. But anyway, welcome to some more Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. Last time we got into the Goron Mines after earning the trust of the Goron Elders, and this time we're gonna do some exploring in these mines. So, as you can tell, it's rather warm in here, to say the least. This is sort of your obligatory fiery, lava-filled dungeon, sort of like, you know, the first dungeon in Wind Waker, the second one in Ocarina of Time, etc., etc. There's always one. In this one, we're going to use the iron boots for a whole lot of puzzles here. One of them is that switch, we need to equip the iron boots to weigh it down so that we can get across here. That controls the different one, okay. I was just making sure... I wasn't remembering properly whether or not that switch only controlled the one little fire shooting whatever it is. Okay. Now that one is disabled, but here they do something a little more interesting, because you have to run through, jump past it, and then you have to go past it again and get over here. And there's an enemy down here. This is one of the very few enemies in the game, I'll be totally honest. One of the very few times in the game where you actually use the shield attack to reflect a projectile. That's really not very useful very often. I mean, using your shield to block projectiles is handy, but since you can't just reflect an arrow back at the enemy that shot it, you know, that's the most annoying projectile in the game, is arrows from goblins and things. Anyway. Chest. You got a red ruby? Yeah, we'll be getting a fair number of rubies in this dungeon. I'm going to predict, you know, go out on a limb here, and predict that I'm going to, fill up my wallet before the end of this dungeon. So there's this thing belching fire at us here. We want to kill this enemy. That's a torch slug, I think they're called. They were in Ocarina of Time. I hate slugs. Really hate them, because they're everywhere in my town in real life. As soon as it rains, slugs everywhere. And sometimes they get caught in the dog's fur and get brought inside. They gross me out. Anyway, stand on that. And we just gotta run over quickly. And I just jumped a gap that wasn't really a gap that needed to be jumped. Whatever. Okay, back here. Nail boomerang. Does not kill those things, but it does temporarily stun them. Because I guess it sort of puts out their fire, and I don't know. Maybe I should not have jumped down. Oh, okay. You can just climb back up here, easy enough. What you want to do is stand on this switch, but we're not heavy enough to get it to go down all the way, so we equip the iron boots. Which really makes no physical sense, how you can just put on the iron boots and suddenly be heavier, because you have to be carrying them around somewhere, so shouldn't that weight logically be there anyway, just in your bag instead of on your feet? But, whatever. Video games, defying physics since, I don't know, what was the first video game that defied physics? I don't think, Tennis for Two particularly defied physics. Was it Pong? Was it Space Invaders? Hey, you have to admit, Pong's physics are not totally realistic, so, you know. I don't know when Pong was released, but I'm not that much of a video game history nerd. In fact, I'm not really that much of a video game history nerd at all. I'm just a huge video game nerd, but I haven't always paid that much attention to, you know, dates and things. Anyway, small key. That's important. That's the only important thing down on this left path, so we just want to go there first, which will allow us to come up here. Here we have a little bit of platforming, where we just have to jump on these with good timing, because they rotate, and, you know, if you're standing on one and it rotates, you fall off. Simple enough, right? Unlock this door. I never prepare anything to talk about in advance when I'm doing a Let's Play. I just sort of ramble. and mostly just talk about the game itself, of course. I'm just looking for rupees. I don't know why I bother picking up all those rocks. I'll probably get a bunch of rupees in chests anyway. These lizard guys breathe fire at us, but they're really slow and stupid, basically. So we just hit them in their weak point, which is, of course, their tail. Can't do anything about this from this side. Here, there's some more of these lava geyser things, so we have to jump with good timing. I wish we had the third hidden skill right now, but you can't get that till next time we're but it would be handy for killing these things more efficiently. Alright. Now, we can take these platforms to jump into this area here, but there's this big old gate blocking our way. Hello. Sir? Sarah? I don't know. So, pulling this chain will pull the gate. I think it's all the way back, and now we just gotta... Oh, crap. I guess I messed up the timing. Because you generally want to do that in such a way that you can jump through without running into lava geysers. But you can still do it, even... Oh, wait, no, never mind. You can't. I wasn't quick enough. Yes, Midna, I know. Suck at this timing. Don't get no respect around here. No respect at all. Ah! Really? Really? That was... Okay, that was pretty pathetic, I'll admit. Stupid balls. Ah, crap! My timing was even worse this time. You know what? Gate. Okay, we have to wait for it to go in all the way. Okay, not all the way. To pull it back out. I guess I was mistaken. Now, this thing... I got better timing this time, because even though that thing was... You know, it gives you a little bit of leniency with that. And there we go. Wow, I actually did worse on that right now than my practice run. So here's a rare area of waterness in a fire dungeon. Waterness. That's a word, right? There's some of this interesting blue stuff on... Oops, I did not mean to draw my sword. I didn't even move the weir mode. I guess it was that I moved the nunchuck a little bit, so it's like doing a spin attack. Anyway, if we equip the water boots, if we equip the iron boots, we sink to the bottom of the water, we can walk along the bottom, stand on that switch, and that's going to... I guess the idea is that that's magnetic, and so it pulls us up there. Now, this is something pretty cool that they did with the iron boots here, is you can walk on these magnetic surfaces using the iron boots, even if, you know, that you're upside down or sideways or whatever. The only issue is it gets a little bit tedious, because you can't move very fast with the iron boots. Anyway, here's another Goron Elder.
Ah, I thought I felt a presence, but what a surprise to find a young human. Word has come to me of you, and if Goron has faith in you, then your heart must be true. I am one of the 4 Goron Elders. You know, Goron specifically said there were 3 Goron Elders. I guess he meant 3 besides him or something. Goromoto is my name. You are heroic, young human. Please, you must lend this tribe your power.
You got a key shard! You need all 3 shards to return the big key to its original shape.
That is one of the key shards that, when merged together, form the key to the room where Darbus is being held. He is our patriarch. The key is split into 3 pieces. Each of us elders keeps a piece. You must hurry to the other elders.
You got the dungeon map! Press 1 to do it, and yeah, we've seen all this before. Yeah, there's the map. Always handy. So yes, the sort of little gimmick they have in this dungeon, Red Rupee, always very nice, is that you have to find the 3 elders throughout the dungeon. Wait a minute, what is... Never mind, I thought that might be like a heart or a red rupee or something in this stone thing here. Yeah, crap. I can't hit this ladder. Stupid. Grr. Okay. Yeah, we have to find all 3 elders. I mean, they're pretty directly in your path. Yeah, there's not like, it's not like you're exploring a branching path very much or anything. It's still fairly linear in the way you have to go about it. But yeah, that's sort of the gimmick, is that there's 3 key shards.
Phew! Free at last! Gracious, you're that nice fellow who helped me out the other day. How nice to see you again. Well, now that we found each other again, let's stick together for a bit, I'll be right with you, so if you want to warp out, just let me know.
Words. You're united with Uku, yeah. Okay. We know how Uku works. Again, I probably won't use her, but she can be handy from time to time. Right. Now we're just on a higher part of this same room we were just in. And we gotta cross these walls using the iron boots. But there's some enemies we can fight with the iron boots on. We can't roll, and we can't use jump attacks. Which also means we can't do the thing where we jump to the side when locked on. Because you can't lift your feet off the ground very much when you're stuck to that wall. Even though you can normally roll with the iron boots. And do a jump attack, you just don't jump as far. Yeah, that's why later on there will be some areas, actually one of them, actually probably the biggest culprit is right here, or one of them, is these areas where you have to walk around a lot with the iron boots on, and it's just kind of tedious, because you move so slowly when you have them on. I'm not sure whether or not I'm going the right way here. See, there's one way that leads to an optional chest that's something I would like to get. And I'm not sure if this... Oh, that's the route... This is actually... I'm going on the route to the, door. It's a little harder to navigate using the map because of the way that, we're upside down. But, there's an optional path somewhere that leads to a chest that I would like to open. I guess it's probably this way. It's also much harder to judge distance when you're upside down like this, because of the way the camera works. Train of thought. Ran over a cow. I just end up getting hurt by the torch slugs more than I would right side up. You got a piece of heart, collect more for another full heart container. Very nice, very nice. Yes, and we should be able to get that one more somewhere in this dungeon. Complete another heart container before we even fight the boss, which would be nice. Yeah, I should have seen this coming, that this would happen in this video. Certainly sometime in the recording session today, and came up with some specific subject that I wanted to discuss so that I would have something to talk about while I was doing all this tedious iron bootsing around. Let's see. I really don't follow the gaming industry as much as I probably should. Wait. Okay, either way. I used to pay a lot more attention to the games industry than I do, nowadays. I really don't visit gaming sites ever, and I used to get Nintendo Power Magazine. That was the only form of physical gaming news I ever got, but I'm not subscribed to them anymore. Haven't been for a couple of years. So, most of what I know about the games industry honestly comes from, like, Twitter and, just people I follow online saying things about it. Or sometimes, like, channels I follow on YouTube, I guess. Like when a gaming channel, starts uploading content from a new game. Or there's, like, a zero punctuation review or something. Or from, blog posts. Might as well, take the opportunity to give a shout out to PK Vloggin. Because PK Vloggin is awesome. a site run by a guy named Joe who posts random nerdy stuff and gaming-related stuff. And I have no idea, I honestly have no idea where I would be were it not for PK Vlogging, because that sort of, I don't know, I feel like getting into a small community of nerdy folks kind of helped me, I don't know, I guess you could say define myself as a gamer and member of modern nerd culture. So I think that, I was just thinking about this the other day, I think being a member of that site actually helped me, actually probably did a lot more for me than I might realize. So if we stand on this switch, it's going to activate this crane with a magnetic thing on it, and it's going to start rotating around. Very exciting. Kind of. I don't know. Okay, it's not that exciting, but whatever. So if we stand on this handy platform and iron boots, we'll get pulled up to it. Now if we drop off here, this is that sort of the original entrance to this room that we came in right at the beginning of this dungeon. So we'll want to wait for it to come back over here, so that we can leave out the other side of this room. This is sort of a large hub room, but you really only have to come in twice, so it's not that much of a hub. Fire piece. Fire piece burned my shield in this dungeon last time I played, but this time I still have my Orden shield, so yeah, not burning important items from my home village. Woot? I don't know. As usual, I don't know where I'm going with the stuff that I said. Die, 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 die. Oh, wow. 2 birds, 1 stone? That was satisfying. Is there a chest up here? No, just boxes. Still not have a compass. You know, actually, in my practice run, I never got the compass in this dungeon. And what I think it was in the second Elder's Chamber, there was a chest, and my wallet was full, and I thought that the chest was just rupees because it was a small chest, and so I just ignored it and didn't open it. Whereas normally, even if I thought a chest was rupees, I would probably be inclined to, open it anyway, just to check. But for whatever reason, I just didn't bother with this one, and it probably contained the compass. So this room has a whole lot of interesting stuff going on. We can't get through that gate. What we actually want to do, first of all, let's iron boots down here to get this chest. I don't think this is a piece of heart, but you never know. Oh, okay, it's a small key, so it's actually more important, because we actually need it. I didn't say take out your sword, Link. I just guess it's just because I kind of fidgeted. Went over and looked at the recording time on my computer, that sort of thing. Now we want to iron boots down here. I don't know if you actually have to... You don't actually have to push that block out of the way at all. You can slip through the crack here. Now, you notice the only way we can do stuff at the bottom of the water is to use the iron boots, because we can't swim around underwater. If we hit the swim A button underwater, that just, okay. Use this to get up to the ceiling. Yeah, that swim button just makes us swim up to the surface. So we need the iron boots to really do anything underwater. That will change. Trust me. That will change. Really didn't think they could make an entire Zelda game, one with as many dungeons as this one, no less, without including at least 1 water dungeon, right? Okay, now if we hit this switch, this is kind of neat. This magnetic thing activates that's going to the side. So, we can't just get lifted up to the ceiling or whatever. What we have to do is jump off, put on our iron boots in midair, or I suppose you could just fall off wearing the iron boots, but I don't know. Jumping off something with the iron boots on just doesn't seem right. They move so slowly, you can't normally jump with them on. Well, whatever. We're over here now, so that's all good. Here's 20 rupees. That's also good. Here's a quad slice. Does absolutely nothing. We hit that switch, that gate will open. And it only opens temporarily, but we can easily drop it down here and come in. Here's some enemies. And he got up just in time for us to not anything below him. So there's a couple things to do in this room. What does... I don't actually remember what the switch does, so I'm just gonna hit it and see. Oh, that just opens the gate for if we want to get back out. Anyway. Actually, let's see. These statues are very dangerous. They're going to shoot lasers at us. Yes, that's right, lasers. In a medieval fantasy game. Suck it up and deal with it. Wow, I just hit an invisible wall. Rolling. Yeah, because you can't roll once you get too vertical. We can't really do anything trying to get past those statues now. I mean, we could roll past them, but it wouldn't get us anywhere. First we want to come up here, where there is... I know what this is, a piece of hearts! Now, we have a new heart container. So, 5 hearts, even though we're only on the second dungeon. So, we come to the other side. You know, it really doesn't make sense how we're just standing like that. You'd think Link wouldn't be able to support his entire body weight in that position, and he would just sort of slump to the side. But whatever, I'm done questioning the physics here, for now, for the time being. Until we get another improbable yet awesome item, I will stop questioning the physics. But yeah. Hop down here, and unlock this door. Very good, very good. Here we are at what looks to be kind of another hub room. This one is outdoors, in sort of a quarry, I guess, except there's like water at the bottom. I don't know. Who knows what it is? This isn't much of a realistic mine, so it's a Zelda dungeon. Just go with it again. But anyway, I'm gonna call this an episode. Next time on The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, we are going to continue exploring the Goron mines. I'm the Nuffer Dog, and I will see you guys next time.